The moon in aspect to Jupiter. When you mix the energy of your moon sign and Jupiter in your chart, you're given a very expansive emotional nature. Much like having a moon in Sagittarius, say, a lot of people with their moon in aspect to Jupiter had relationships with their mothers growing up that were very adventurous. Sometimes their mothers held very strong beliefs or were highly philosophical in a sense. There was some sort of belief system that would be passed down to you, whether it's like on the basis of something that is religious oriented or even like a life mantra in a sense, kind of. But the moon in aspect to Jupiter normally denotes this kind of thing in our personality. A lot of people who have their moon in aspect to Jupiter had a mother that was highly adventurous in a sense, or at least a mom that really pushed or idealized, I guess you could say, the importance of expanding your mind pretty much through your emotional nature. Believing or thinking this sort of way or doing this sort of thing because it was going to assist you in being at your best. Another thing that is often seen with the moon in aspect to Jupiter is gigantic emotions as well. Jupiter being the planet of expansion and kind of unlimited possibilities, we're dealing with an emotional nature that is very vibrant in a sense. Not in the way that Pluto would be, where it would be very deep and like controlled in a sense. Jupiter is going to give you an emotional nature that is big, and sometimes that can cause issues. Mainly more so seen with the negative aspects. Somebody with Moon Jupiter can go from feeling incredibly happy and on top of the world to feeling more so like everything was ripped away from them when something bad happens. I've read many times that Moon and Jupiter aspects, especially the negative aspects, can denote to mental health issues like bipolar disorder potentially. Simply because you're going from up to down very, very quickly just by this expansive nature that Jupiter kind of aids in giving us. But one of the main things that is seen when the moon, yeah, sorry, when your moon is an aspect to Jupiter is that you just have this overwhelming sense of faith at the end of the day. There's something that you need to believe or think to pretty much get you through the day. And I've noticed a lot that people with Moon Jupiter normally go against the grain of what their traditional backing is. Not more or not as much, I guess, in the positive aspects. A lot of those people will still hold on to their original belief systems, but it's deeply ingrained in you. It's not something that you're aware of even. But a lot of times people develop their own belief systems in order to kind of cope with the fact that they were normally raised around some sort of faith-based ideal, I guess you could say, something that was passed down to them from their mothers in regards to faith. And a lot of people go their own way with this. So pretty much in all, the moon and Jupiter in aspect, you're dealing with beliefs. You're dealing with an expansive emotional nature. You're dealing with optimism and the belief that anything is possible. Sometimes that can be a good thing. Sometimes that can go the opposite direction. Sometimes we can be overly optimistic. Sometimes we can see things as better than they are because we're relying on faith. But regardless of whether or not you have a positive aspect or a negative aspect between your moon and Jupiter, you just have a very expansive emotional nature. You are somebody who relies very much so on some sort of belief to kind of assist you in getting through life. And that can be a fairly beautiful thing, to be honest, especially if the aspect is even like negative. You are able, as you get older, to truly kind of embrace this and use that to help you get further in life, to always see the silver lining, to always know there's a light at the end of the tunnel. And to me, that's kind of beautiful. So, yeah, that is the moon and Jupiter in aspect.